Let's go to see the stars and the moon. I'd fly far into space as long as I am with you. The light in my bright eyes when you're near, the fluttering I feel in my chest when you are here. I can't explain this kind of love. It pulls me to you, I want it, I can't get enough. So share this precious life with me. Just take my hand and let's enjoy the things that we'll see.
Welcome, 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 one and all, to this, the first of two matches in this stream of the MREC Grandmaster Cup. I'm Bobbleman. Joining me for this match is Vordy. Hello.
Hello, Bubbleman. It is good to cast this match alongside you. I'm very excited that...
I don't think we've had a cast before.
No. I mean, I haven't. I've only been commentating for internationals for less than a year now. So I think probably just haven't been casting with you on a same tournament.
That'll do it.
yeah.
That'll be that. So what have we got for this match?
We have a banger. This is one of the most exciting matches on paper, just statistically. We have the Seed 8 versus Seed 9, the middle seed matchup. Just always bound to be a close one. And hopefully if the universe plays its cards right, we get a tiebreaker. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, lots of varying skill sets. We have mcy4, who's really good at gimmick, got the highest amount of number 1 overall scores in qualifiers, getting number 1 overall on No Mod 3, 4, and Hidden 2. So that's 2 of the reading maps and then 1 of the alt/tech maps. And then decaten, on the other hand, number 1 overall on the hard rocks, just a hard rock consistency machine, as well as getting 3rd overall on No Mod 1 and Hidden 1. So very good at aim, very good at hard rock. But those are also things mcy4 isn't bad at. It's just, I think those are going to be the players' preferred skill sets: gimmick and tech for mcy4, and then aim and hard rock for decaten. And then they're both just not really speed players. So I mean, I wonder if this match goes really deep, if those DT2, DT3, No Mod 5s get picked, how is that going to go?
Yeah, we were talking before, weren't we? And the DT, ignoring the DT pool, right? There are 2 maps in this pool that one of these 2 players didn't get top 3 on. And that sort of level... No crossover, by the way. Neither of these have, one player getting top 1, one player getting rank 2. It's juxtaposition city here. I can't see a more mismatched matchup, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, you have so many clear, avenues to analyze this match and pick out these maps that are going to be highly contested or one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, I do think in this situation, because obviously either player gets 2 bans, most likely decaten is going to ban Hidden 2 and No Mod 6, just because the difference between their scores, mcy4 getting 800 plus K on similar maps, getting number 1 overall, banning DT2, which has already defied my expectations. The reason I say that is because neither player really did well on DT2. They both got around 190k. That implies that decaten is comfortable in either the No Mod 6 or Hidden 2, at least enough to maybe contest it more than the DT2, I guess. And then mcy4 banning No Mod 5? Okay, all of the speed is gone. I don't know what's going on. Hidden 2 and No Mod 6 are up, and I'm a little bit surprised by that.
So of these maps in the qualifiers, the ones that weren't one-sided, that one player didn't score a podium on, there is barely 20k in any of these maps. I think the biggest difference in score comes in DT1, where there's 140,000 points difference between mcy4 and decaten. But the rest are so neck and neck, you really could not pick either of these 2 apart if you were to say one of them is going to win or the other. We get our first pick already. And
it's honesty.
This is so contested on paper.
Yeah. I mean, glad to see. I think this is the second time honesty has been picked this weekend. It's been a little bit of an avoided skill set, but mcy4 right out the gate, picking the No Mod 2. And yeah, as you mentioned, on paper, this is one of the most contested maps in qualies. Obviously, the No Mod 2 in qualies was a little bit on the harder side, but both of these players can play No Mod 2s. I know mcy4 is a very strong No Mod 2 player, so maybe... I mean, it's fair to not pick your best maps immediately, but yeah, still interested to see this one.
And this peaks, while it is a really consistent difficulty outside of the peaks, outside of these PP streams, I guess you could call them,
yeah,
it is difficult when it gets to those portions of the map, right? This isn't going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah, it is definitely on the diff spikier side for a No Mod 2.
So 98% so far for decaten. Settling in. Tournament nerves. First map of the day. First tournament map of the day. Don't know if he's been playing another tournament already. You gotta get in. You gotta warm up. You gotta focus in. Have those blinders come down either side, and all that is in your vision is your monitor and the circles on it. Now,
I completely agree.
both players, jumps are no problem for them, and sing along if you know the words, chat.
The
Honesty.
player misses on the first aim. That's good.
Tension will start building here. Look, we have a map like this, and it has peaks, it has troughs. We've gone through one of the troughs, we've gone through the introduction. This possibly could be the most important section of the map. If both players hit this, they have got the combo from before this section and the combo after this section completely free.
Yeah, you do not want to lose that intro combo and that next section pseudo-free combo. You need to hit this section if you want to win this big.
The spacing increase, the spacing decrease, and both players hit them. Decaten back up to 99.1. That 99.8 on MCY, it's gonna be in the back of his mind. It's not something that you can really turn off. You know what accuracy you're on. You know how many hundreds you've hit. If you lose count, that's kind of like, okay, my accuracy ain't great right now, but...
There's mcy4 missing on the aim!
And it's really imperative to hit this next section for decaten. The slow build-up into a big spacing increase, and he hits it. The more
brutal.
The longer he can combo, the more space he gets, the more breathing room that he achieves against mcy4. Higher seed by 1, but, well, bigger stream comes in. Decaten drops it. Doesn't chain miss. The accuracy doesn't tank. He's about 50k ahead. 400 combo for mcy4. If he hits this next, I think this is one of the difficulty spikes coming up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a difficulty spike coming up now, but with the 300 combo advantage, and assuming somebody chain misses at the end, it could still flip over to mcy4 if they can hold despite missing on the aim. Both players getting through that. But yeah, it was, as we said, decaten, we mentioned as the strong aim player, and actually hitting that aim section ended up giving him the edge right now, but mcy4 could take it back on the streams. I don't think there's any more big aim left.
There's no big aim, there's no jumps left. This is the most winding stream in the map. This is that difficulty spike. Everyone holding through. 700 to 400 now. MCY does have the chance to come back. He's 20k behind. The lead slowly shrinking. Does he make it? Now he could even make it. He could overtake just before the difficulty spike right at the end. Big space streams, and decaten drops a percentage of accuracy. MCY now in the driver's seat. The 1000 combo is going to be running away with it. The more combo that he can achieve, and this is a slower section in between those two difficulty spikes, just like I said, every time you hit those difficult sections, you get a little bit of free combo as a very nice, tasty little present. He hits the first difficulty spike, the biggest stream in the map coming in. He combos through.
Oh my god.
Moves into the outro. Just the one miss on the jump. It's no mod 2, and he misses a jump.
He misses the jump.
It speaks to the level of difficulty that is presented by these maps, that even the lesser difficulty, the easier quote-unquote sections in these maps, it just proves that Honesty is a jump map.
If you're a no mod 2 flow aim machine, then yeah, no mod, this map is a jump map. Damn, I mean, all is well in the world. I think
hundreds.
Yeah, that is absurd accuracy. Actually insane tapping.
Would that be 800, Vordy?
I think for FC, yeah. I think for an FC on that accuracy, surely that's 800, right? If mcy4 hit the aim. It's kind of insane.
Goodness me.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I'm glad that the player who was able to hit all the streams ended up winning the pick. The aim almost could have been the deciding factor, but decaten ends up missing on some of the later streams, which just goes to show the aim comfort decaten has. I actually think this would have been like 760 something or 750 something for an FC. Still very, very insane though to pull off, almost get in a tournament match. But it is now decaten's turn to pick, and he goes for a hidden 3, which is also surprising to me, just because I expected him to maybe lean into the hard rocks, but maybe saving those for later. Going into the hidden tech slot. Now, I did mention that mcy4 is a really good gimmick and tech player, but the hidden one in the qualifiers, which was more so an aim heavy, an aim / tech hidden one. Decaten ended up doing a lot better on, getting 3rd overall. So maybe more comfortable for those light tech aim hidden maps than mcy4.
Now, if you've been around a while, you'll know MCY is very well known for some pop-offs, I should say, on hard rock, on tech. He's done very well in team tournaments before on that skill set. He's put his team on his back. This, however, is a 1v1 setting. And not just a 1v1 setting, a 1v1 setting with sort of near grand finals level map pools in the round of 16.
Yeah, these maps are really high star rating, and this is just round of 16, but that's just what you need when you have 16 of some of the world's best players all 1v1ing. You can't have easy maps, or like even 7-star maps is too easy for a lot of these players. You won't be able to have enough skill differential on a lot of skill sets, so this is just what the modern OSU tournament landscape needs.
And now hear me out, right? There's if you're going in a team tournament grand finals, there's 16 players in that match because there's 8 per team. And there's 16 players here.
Yeah.
Moving into the map then. The doubles are hit. Nobody finding too much trouble on this so far. It's 6.5 stars, but don't let that star rating fool you, decaten. Dropping. Top right corner. It's not quite the top left, but...
It's such a short map for decaten to miss on near the middle. Now, mcy4, if they can hold for a little bit longer, but it does find a break. Okay, so now it's back to an even match.
They aim off the head of that wiggle just too early. Miss the tap. Decaten now moves into the ending with a 200 combo compared to MCY's 80. It's going to be really difficult, but vital for him to hold through this section. He's 30k behind. The more accuracy MCY drops, the more slider ends are missed. Decaten is going to take a bigger run at it, unless he misses in the build-up. Misses again. MCY looking stable. And this
MCY4 just needs to hold on for a little bit longer.
$50k. Seeming stable. Into the outro, MCY. If he drops a chain miss, he could lose it, but he doesn't. And it's a big breakpoint conversion for MCY4. That's 1 round of picks gone, and 2 points have gone the way of MCY4. Seed 8 versus Seed 9, remember.
And that's a rough way to lose your first pick, winning on accuracy and miscount, but just losing that combo game and losing by 30k score. It's going to be pretty rough. A rough start for decaten, but I mean, keep your head up. There's going to be opportunities for you to take those breakpoints back as you get further into the match. But it's going to be mcy4 picking the Nomad 3, which mcy4, fantastic ult player. I think decaten's also a pretty good ult player, but this type of I can't believe this is a round of 16 ult map. This map is insane. Very, very cool ult map. I do think, though, because of how hard it is to be consistent on these types of maps, there is opportunity for decaten to maybe make a surprise breakpoint on this.
Yeah, there is always the opportunity when you walk into a tournament setting, especially in a 1v1, you're rolling a dice. It could be that the dice is weighted 90% to a losing side, there's always that 10%. You could always hit heads 10% of the time, even if you feel like you're walking into a brick wall.
Yeah.
So watch out for this. Decaten.
I think it's decaten. I think it's
Sorry,
that.
I'm just having a bit of a laugh because a lot of the time you walk into a tournament and you say what comes to mind with the naming, and
Yeah.
it's just quite fun. It's the Dust Ice type thing all over again from 2012. Quiet intro. Hit by both players. Identical accuracies. Another 100 dropped by MCY. Into the aim control already. Whenever you see No Mod 3, whenever you see aim control, you always see, or tend to see, lower scores on it. And this tends to be why. It's always a consistent difficulty.
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of skill sets like, slow parts in No Mod 2s are usually very, very easy to hit if you're good at that skill set. Same thing for some aim apps. But I feel like even No Mod 3s, even if you're a really good No Mod 3 player, if you just lose concentration for a moment on any one of these high BPM patterns, you just miss, even if it's not that hard on paper.
Into the Ki. Accuracy is looking stable. MCY puts 99, but a chain miss from decaten. 99%. MCY finds a miss straight afterwards. Has the accuracy advantage, 15k in the lead. It's not secure at all though. We've still got 2/3 of the map to go. Comboing the rest of the section, so that chain miss won't matter too much. The accuracy has dropped, but it's just the equivalent of getting a few more hundreds for MCY, which he does. Down to 10k. Combo advantage. Firmly on the American side.
Actually impressive that decaten, despite the chain miss, still is holding such high accuracy just because they've barely dropped any 100s.
Yeah, note lock in stable. I'm not used to it anymore. But if you miss, you're missing the entire section.
Yeah.
Right? There is no way of getting back in unless you get monumentally lucky. Hits the wiggles, hits the streams, hits the acceleration. 50 combo in the lead, and 800 points and counting. 700, 600. We get to see it in real time, chat. No, if it drops 100. Oh, don't do that. That's not fair. Come on. No, stop it. Come on.
With how close these scores are, you can effectively consider this the beginning of the map.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's not, is it? It's really not. They both have 600 combo. As soon as one of them drops, the other is going to run away with it. The lead can flip so quickly with just one mistake. And one mistake is so easy to make on a map like this, where it's consistently so difficult. MCY being the first to make that mistake with decaten follows it up swiftly afterwards with 4 misses. 1,000 points! It's going to come down to accuracy at the end. Maybe even if there's a spinner at the end. One more mistake seals it for either side, and if neither of them makes that mistake, it's going to be dead even. It's a dead heat at the moment. With
Any miss. Any miss is going to flip it. Who's going to be the one to find the break? The ending section is extremely difficult.
You could cut the tension with a knife. Decaten drops! And it's MCY! No chain miss at the end, please, and you will run away with it.
It's still possible.
Still this in the bag.
And MCY4 gets it. Wow.
Another 30k difference. But this time, it was tense the entire way through.
Just right at the end, decaten picking up those extra few misses. MCY4 holding through, hitting the ending pattern, securing that pick. I mean, both of these last 2 picks for MCY4 have been extremely close. 30k difference both times, but MCY4 coming out on top. And now decaten is the pressure is on to get a pick. You do not want to go down 4-0 into MCY4's next pick. So I think if there was a time to pick your best map, it probably would be now. And although like Decaten did get #1 overall Hard Rock, but MCY4 is also a very strong Hard Rock player. I still think regardless, so you go into something like a Hard Rock 1 or a Hard Rock 3 here.
Yeah, you've got to remember that this round of 16 is a difficulty level or two down from the qualifiers, because the qualifiers are used to seed the players about where they would be in a grand final setting, how their power ranking would shake down. And this isn't a grand finals, semi-finals, high-level setting. This is round of 16. This is the entryway into the tournament. This is where we see who's consistent. This is where we can see who can take their skill set and apply it to maps every time they play them.
Yeah,
High as high.
and Decaten going for the hidden one. So Decaten, really strong overall consistency aim player across pretty much every mod category as far as I'm aware. And this is a hidden one that is a lot different to the qualifiers hidden one. This is a lot just more consistency generic aim compared to the techie hidden one that was played in qualifiers, but I do think this plays into Decaden's strengths more. However, it's also open to a potential contest from MCY4 just because it's a lot more comfortable.
And this, to my knowledge, is quite a popular map this round. Yeah, you'll have to confirm that for me, but
yeah, I think it's been played 5 times
pretty much
before
every
this.
match I've seen so far. Five matches, 5 times before this. That's
Before
every
this,
match.
I believe. Yeah.
So I was right.
You were right, yeah.
FD finding an early miss. 100 combo in. Decaten following it up. Now, this is going to be a miss fest, I think. Unless they can find their consistency, unless they focus in, see every circle, aim every circle, the awkward aim is so difficult to space. Decaten finding another.
It's not what you want to see when this is your pick, down 3-0, but MCY4 does find another break, gives Decaden a chance to pull this back. The accuracy advantage is on his favor. Aim is just so awkward.
Yeah, you see, when you're not aiming across the screen, when you have to readjust your sense of spacing between every note, big, small, it's so difficult because you can under-aim, you can over-aim so easily. Combos are fairly similar right now. MCY with about a 60 advantage, slight accuracy advantage also. We're halfway through the map, seeming to start stabilizing. Into another PI section. The awkward aim comes back. This is possibly the most standard aim in the map. Decaten missing on it. Drops the note at the bottom of his screen. And now MCY. A big advantage. Can he take it? Yes, he can. Into a slower section. Now, a quirk of the Osu client, if you're not familiar, if you've never played a tournament before, you can see both players' scores in that break.
Yep.
So MCY knows he's 500 in the lead. Take a deep breath. Decaten missing again. That's going to haunt me for the rest of this match.
This is not what you want to see if you're Decaden. MCY4 is now running away with it. There's seldom an opportunity for Decaden to take this back as long as MCY4 doesn't have a catastrophic chain miss in this ending section. And that's going to leave MCY4 up 4-0 into their next pick, which is a really, really rough spot for Decaden to be in.
The eye is back in for MCY. Finding an incredible combo. Almost 700k on this map. Very well done. Exhibiting incredible reading. impeccable aim control, and seals another converted breakpoint. Now we gotta think back. Way back to round table qualifications, where MCY was one of the 2 players to actually qualify to the round table through that tournament. Didn't get to go in the end, but seeding 8th in this tournament, you have to think qualifiers are inherently a little unfair, right? Because in a 1v1 tournament, you get a few bans. Your opponent gets a few bans. So, there are some skill sets that you don't actually need to think about playing. So do you think MCY maybe underseeded a little bit because of the speed, Vordy?
I mean, potentially there might have been skill sets that MCY4 is comfortable at. Notably, there not being an alt and a tech map in the Nomad pool, having sort of both skill sets be condensed into the Nomad 3. So potentially MCY4 has some, outlier skill sets that just weren't considered in the qualifiers, and MCY4, as you said, might be even stronger than their qualifiers implies, especially considering that they would have been able to earn that second slot in round table that they just unfortunately weren't able to fly to. But MCY4 now absolutely popping off so far, has yet to drop a point, and it is going into the Nomad 6. I believe this is the skill set that MCY4 is going to have the biggest strength against Decaten in. There's an 800 to 300k disparity in qualifiers for a similar skill set, and we'll see how this one goes.
I've wanted to see a map of this song for a while. This is one of the only From songs I have on... Well, it was one of the songs that I have downloaded on my phone. It's just such a vibe. MCY finding a little difficulty in the intro.
Initial song. Oh, these patterns are cooked.
Yeah, you want to watch it for them.
I mean, I did say this was a skill set I expected decaten to ban, but so far, higher accuracy and higher combo than MCY4. Maybe this slightly more simplified version of a Nomad 6 type skill set than the one in qualifiers is something more in line with decaten's ability to play.
Little bit of a combo build-up. Those notes are so quick and so highly spaced for being on approach rate 8. Decaten with the miss. And MCY now with 400 combo on the chase down. There's a little bit longer in this section to go until a speed up. Closing the gap slowly. 4%, 3% accuracy.
No density in this section. Decaten dropping again, and the score lead has now flipped and is skyrocketing towards MCY4.
With a miss, goes the wrong way around around a slider. 60k. Oh no! Okay, well, thanks, Bancho. We love that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Queen.
It's a brutal ending slider section. Oh, what is that timing?
Hits it.
And MCY4 gets through, does have the lower accuracy, but just massive combo, I believe, missing one of the sliders at some point.
Yeah. Just missing a slider head. 91%. Now, look, it's a tournament, and we all know combo rules. If you can combo a map, just combo it. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
You get that 600k. That's exactly what MCY does.
Apparently that was their top score, the tournament buff, making MCY4 pop off there. Now, Decaten down 5-0. All of the pressure is on him now to pick a map and win it. I mean, we did say this was going to be one of the closer matches, and I did expect that, but I mean, there's always chance. Could just be 5-6, you know? Depends on how it goes, but quick shout out to GamerSups. You can use the !GS command in chat, and you can get a free sample with free shipping. I believe all you need to do is use the code MREC and get a little bit of that caffeinated goodness.
I have actually tried GamerSups before, and I can say that they're actually quite tasty. I really enjoyed the stuff that I had from that free sample pack. Very much enjoyable.
Yeah, I do think it is.
Walls.
I think it's the route to go over energy drinks, in my opinion. Just because I think energy drinks are a bit too sugary. It's like not ideal, especially when you're just gaming. Like you don't need 50 grams of sugar when you're gaming. But yeah. Anyway, decaten goes for the Nomad 4.
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting.
I like it.
You know what? You're down 5-0. You just have to go left field. Going for a skill set that mcy4 is going to be pretty strong at, but you know, mcy4 not getting the best score on the hidden one, which was more of a tech map than the alt map like the Nomad 3, so maybe this is the pick.
Now you see Seed 8 under mcy4's name. You see Seed 9 under Decaten's name. You think this is going to be the closest match of the weekend, and so far it has been proven so wholly untrue.
I mean, to be fair though, and also rough start for mcy4 on this map. 2 of the picks in a row were like super close, so the difference of 30k. So
this is true.
Could have on a different day, you know, mcy4 maybe woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Decaten felt a little bit better. It could have gone the opposite way, honestly, or like been pretty much like tied up at this point. But so far, Decaten out the intro, doing a lot better on this Nomad 4.
Now, you see, what's happened is MREX regretting inviting me onto commentary and has paid off mcy4. Just doesn't want me on here, wants to get me off as soon as possible. Scared of what I'll say, scared of the things I'll do. I'll just upstage him so far that, you know, it'll be my channel now.
The Bobbleman takeover.
This is a coup. This is my channel. Big sliders coming in. Slider ends are really important here. Score V2 has an accuracy element. MCY missing the slider head though. Drops the combo and moving through with 600.
I was about to say, slider ends are important, but not as important as that juicy combo, and Decaten knows that, and he held through.
Holding through really well at 97%.
This is a really impressive Nomad 4 score. Through the halfway mark now, you do not want to miss here if you're Decaten. The score cap you will put on yourself is going to be pretty dramatic.
Just a few more circles. Big L on the side of mcy4. He knows it. And he's okay with it. Look, he's 5 to 1 up if this is Decaten's point to take. This is the first contested breakpoint.
Both players missing on that reverse, I assume?
I'm gonna hold my breath and say that was a Bancho miss. And the longer it goes, the longer I'm being proven wrong here. No, that would, oh man.
I think that was just a ridiculous reverse, like a really...
Was that unbuffered?
Yeah, specific timing.
Unbuffered. Okay, for people who don't know what unbuffered buzz sliders are, usually in maps you get a little bit of, like, leeway because the buzz slider stops early. But if you miss a reverse on a buzz slider, you drop your combo. So if the buzz slider is a 1/16th buzz slider and it's going at the speed of light backwards and forwards, you could just miss the reverse if you move too soon.
Yeah.
Moving into an easier combo section, MCY, Decaten, deep breath, finding their eye again, moving into the outro. And that's, I'd say, a very impressive play at this point in the match. With that many points on the board, on the other side of his screen, he gets a 574k, 2 miss score, 1000 combo, no sweat.
And really impressive accuracy considering how hard it is to hit a lot of those slider ends on score V2, where it affects your accuracy pretty hard. Yeah, really impressive score. on a very contested skill set. And now it is MCY4 to pick. And what worries me is if MCY4 picks Hidden 2, I think it's going to be a pretty rough one because MCY4 did get the #1 score on the Hidden 2 skill set. There it is. There's a pick. In qualifiers, now it's a little bit different. This is AR 8.7 instead of AR 8. A little bit of a different type of low AR hidden, but it's still low AR hidden. The No-Mod 6 ended up being closer than I anticipated, decaten being able to play that fairly well. Maybe decaten being able to play this one pretty well as well, but I mean, MCY4 is just so good at this. I mean, #1 overall in the low AR hidden when you have most of the big tourney names in OSU, in qualies. That just goes to show you how insane MCY4 is at this skill set.
So this is another map that has been seen in every match so far, except this has been picked 3 times and banned twice.
I mean, it makes sense for Hidden 2. Usually a very polarizing skill set.
Indeed, a similar map to this was the No-Mod 6 that we saw a couple of maps ago. Has been picked once, banned 4 times. I suppose picked twice now. Ooh,
That's
not really finding their eye at the start of this map. 85% for decaten. It's okay.
It's really rough. Yeah. The rhythm in this map, I mean, I think the accuracies have generally tended to be around the 95% range in the other matches by the end of it.
MCY missing on that corner. Square not posing any trouble though. Slow flow aim pattern. A short break. Calm your nerves. We get into the difficult part of the map here.
MCY4 drops.
The biggest jump in the map. Look, you go corner to corner on AR 8.7 at 240 BPM. Come on, someone's gonna miss that. It's MCY4 this time. Decaten, 400 combo. The longer he combos, the longer the lead will become.
And this has defied all of my expectations. If there was any pick I would have considered on paper, and decaten does find a break, but held over 100k score lead. MCY4 doesn't have a super large combo. I think if decaten can just keep his miscount, MCY4 drops, there it is. I think now decaten should have enough time, as long as they don't find too many breaks, to secure this breakpoint.
It's gonna take a big chain miss at the end of this map for anything to change. He's happy.
Yeah.
He knows he's got it. 110,000 points.
Go.
And now there's 2 points on the board. 478 versus 369. 1,000 points, 4 misses for decaten, but one of those misses, crucially for MCY4, came in the middle of the 2 combos that he got.
MCY4 saying in chat that was her worst score, and you know what? That's just the type of skill
Oh, yeah,
set
that's
low AR.
fair.
Low AR hidden skill, like some days it's just like, oh, this is so easy to read, and then some days like, I cannot read this at all.
This is
like
absolutely the coin flip skill set. Like,
yeah,
you either do really well or you int.
mm-hmm.
You drop 100k. No, like I'll never let it go. Look, my core memory of the last World Cup that I played was against Canada, and we were in the grand final or like in the semi-finals or something. We picked the Hidden 2 as our last pick because we've been saving it all match because we knew they were bad at it, and then they just all dropped 700Ks like it's casual. Like sometimes you high roll, sometimes you low roll.
Yep. Okay, so it was 5-0, right? decaten is now 5-2. What's left in the pool? It's aim and then hard rock 3.
Mm-hmm.
What is decaten good at? Aim and hard rock. I mean, if there was ever a way to pull off a reverse sweep, it would be right now.
So
and I think it's...
Are you saying MCY is out of picks here, Vordy?
I think MCY4 is out of advantage picks. I think that's the case, and I think MCY4 does have a chance to win any of those maps for sure. And MCY4 is good at those skill sets, but I think decaten, if he locks in, if he goes dark, he focuses up. This is potential. to make a comeback.
Yeah, flow state is possibly the most important thing that decaten can achieve here. If he can get his eye in again, take this momentum that he's gotten now from winning 2 points in a row, getting a break point here would be incredible, and MCY with the drop of the combo in the intro. 200, easy 98% for decaten. Gonna move into these jumps, hits them.
Ooh.
Now this, again, is a skill set that if you can play it, you can play it, and if you can't, you can't. And both of these players can play this skill set. They have double time scores in their top plays. But again, it's a skill set that if you lose focus for a split second, the notes are coming so thick and fast that you just drop. 300 now on the recovery for MCY. Breathing down decaten's neck. Now remember, MCY, he's on match point. He takes this map, he doesn't have to play anything else. decaten, if he loses this map, he cannot play anything else.
And you know, I think that scenario, depending on where you're at, it can be a benefit or a curse. Maybe you're up 5-0, you're so comfortable, maybe not focused as much just because you think, surely I win one of these maps. But the other players, if they can lock in, if they can take that pressure and use it to their advantage, it might be a benefit.
Now, MCY scoring higher on the DT1 in the qualifications. But this is an easier DT1, right?
Yeah.
This isn't quite as high-end. This is much more based on your consistency. And decaten
finds a
Painted
break.
a
I
drop
don't
the
think there's
other
enough
cap.
time.
There isn't quite enough time. But his consistency was there. He was on just that slight higher level than MCY. One miss for both players, but MCY is coming 100 combo. Too late.
It's missing a little bit in a more important section of the map and getting a little bit less accuracy. Now, this is MCY4's last map to pick, no matter what, because if MCY4 wins this map, it's done. If they win the next map, it's done. Otherwise, it's tiebreaker.
In fact, it's a best of 3 now.
Yeah.
We're into a best of 3. With a point advantage for MCY.
And now, MCY4 picking the Hard Rock 3. Now, in qualifiers, the small circle map was, I believe, a 7.8, and then the Hard Rock 1 was 6.5. But on both maps, decaten played very, very well. I do think decaten is just stronger at precision. I mean, that's why the Hard Rock 2 was banned, the TS 8.5 Hard Rock 2.
Oh dear.
Now, this is a little bit of an alti gimmickier type of Hard Rock, which I do think that skill set suits MCY4. So, you know, similar to the No Mod 3 and polyrhythm type maps, but I think the precision is going to favor decaten.
Oh, I love Polyphia. It's one of those artists that you can just you can listen to all day and not get tired of it because there's so much in every song to listen to.
This is a banger song. Like, normally I'm not a huge fan of polyrhythm type maps, but this one hits the spot.
Don't be afraid of turning this up, chat. I'll whisper my commentary for you. It's okay. The wiggle polyrhythm's coming in. It's the reverse sliders. The accuracy there, tighter on MCY4 if you look at the unstable rate bar. Now the aim difficulty is not going to be as prominent in this one. The circles might be small, yes, but they're not as spaced. But there is still an aim difficulty. One miss for both players. MCY dropping again. Lower in accuracy than decaten. 97% compared to the 96 is a percentage accuracy difference with 10k. Could go either way. And as you said on the No Mod 3, there's so much going on at any one point in this map. The circle spacing changes so often that you need to be on your toes. You need to be focused the entire time when you're reading this. And then there's the added difficulty of the polyrhythms and the accuracy that you need to keep. MCY, still a percentage down. He's slowly closing the gap, but 17,000 points to decaten. They see the scores. They see it's tight.
I am wildly nervous right now because if decaten can take this pick, he'll be 4-5 into his last pick with the chance for a tiebreaker, and there's nothing more I want to see than that.
Indeed. He finishes this. He locks it out. He's 2 points away from completing a reverse sweep against one of the two players that had a paid-for trip to the round table.
But it's all on who misses first. It's neck and neck right now. Slight advantage to decaten, but if he drops...
The 1 over 6. We've got the sliders. Just a slow down section. Doubles, no one missing.
Go! He overaims!
He overaims a note. He drops a 50. MCY now takes it, puts it on his back, starts running away with it, but doesn't get very far before he slips and falls. MCY, 96%. If he drops any accuracy here at all, decaten is going to take it back. We're into the closing stages of the map. The doubles are coming in. The spacing is changing constantly still. It's only circles now. It's only circles, and decaten misses.
Drops.
MCY, 130 combo, 140 combo, 20k in the lead, and misses again. But decaten follows it up, and Train misses the end. Drops the 20k that he would have ever otherwise needed to pull it back.
Oh.
So close, yet so far. 30,000 points on 3 maps in this match. And decaten is down 3-6. Those 3 points where there was 30,000 point difference were the deciding factor. And remember I was saying, Vordy, that when you roll the tournament dice, it could be 90-10. It could also be 50-50. And MCY, just hitting that heads when it matters, takes the match 6-3.
Yeah, GG's to MCY4 for a fantastic match. Especially that Honesty score just missing one time on the aim and otherwise getting what could have been a 700 plus PP play in match. But decaten, it is heartbreaking to see because I think that really could have been the tiebreaker reverse sweep, potentially at least to play the tiebreaker. It was super, super close. I think as you mentioned, just the coin flip a little bit favoring towards MCY4 on those really contested picks, winning by 30k and then 40k. And decaten, I mean, starting that comeback with the Nomad 4 win, which I think was a skill set that MCY4 on paper might have been a lot stronger on. Taking the hidden 2, which was, I think, a really surprising one. Yeah, I mean, really well done. For what could have been a 6-0, it ended up being extremely close. I think had decaten won that Hard Rock 3, would have likely picked Nomad 1 and Hard Rock 1 and would have had a good chance to take it 5-5, but still GG's to both players. It is obviously winner's bracket, so decaten not out yet. I believe MCY4 is going to move on to verse Malashevsky, I believe.
Well, it will be 8 versus 1, yeah, next round. We will see the 2 players. I keep mentioning it, but they were in the top 2 positions for the roundtable qualifiers. They meet, finally, again.
Yeah, a round table qualifier run back.
Not on LAN as we would have loved to see.
Yeah. Let's see. I believe decaten will be up against Korean Maluko in the next week's round.
Yeah, that's going to be a match to watch. That would be 9 versus 16.
Yep.
But well, if there's anything that we've learned so far, is never to really judge a book by its cover with these matches. There have been some incredible score lines that you would never have predicted, but that are so rewarding to watch. You love to see it, Vordy. You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that ended up being a lot closer. It was looking like it might have been not super close, and then just right at the end, ended up narrowly not being a tiebreaker match. But I believe we have a match in 10 minutes as well.
We do indeed. We have Akolibed versus Arnold 24x24.
Oh, that is going to be a banger.
I'm very happy to see Arnold sticking around for tournaments. I haven't actually been paying too much attention while I was on my hiatus, but Arnold, definitely one of the strongest tournament players of the time where I quit.
Yeah, I mean, he got second in the Moist Critical tourney, first one. And then, yeah, I think as you said, I haven't really been seeing him pop up too much in 1v1 tournaments.
He's
the past
always
year or
been
so.
a formidable foe.
Yeah, super well rounded.